What's popping? What's popping? Say your girl came to rant, communicate, conversate, whatever you like to call it. And today your girl came on here to talk about not all money is good money. Not all money is money you should reach for. Not all money is something that you should put in your pocket. Whether it's money from a job, money from a side hustle, money from a friend, money from a family member, money from anywhere. Because that money could have something attached to it. That money could have something that you don't want in your life. That money could have something that you don't need in your life. I'm going to tell you something. Excuse me. But for those that don't know, I used to be a model, a freelance model. I didn't really get paid for it. Every once in a while I did, but I didn't really get paid for it. It was more of when I did the modeling, it was my payment was more of visual payment. People will be able to see you, you'll be able to get seen, those type of I do something for you, you put me in certain areas and places, and basically content, making content. You allow me to work for you, and in advance I get like in the end I get content and stuff like that. And I was cool with it, but of course not all of the modeling gigs were all that. I was treated differently because, as you can tell, I am a plus size individual, and usually modeling agencies like the slender benders and thick but not too thick, tall, and if you know me, I'm 5'2". I'm not tall at all. Like, I'm average height. I'm not short. Don't play with me. Anyway, I'm 5'2", and like I said, they look for the tall, slender. So I was basically the opposite of what they was looking for. So not everybody was always hiring, accepting me in the casting calls, accepting me in their fashion shows, accepting me. Some did because they were on the plus size area. They were looking for plus size people, and some didn't really care about your size and stuff like that. But anyway, I was on the scene. I was popping. I was doing the best I can because I only did it for 1 year, not even a full year. I only did it for 1 year because I wanted to try something new. I wanted to try something different because I always loved taking photos, as you can tell. Like on my little whatever the fuck caption photo that when you see the video it'd be me doing something like a pose or something. Yeah. I always loved taking photos. I always wanted to be a model in some sort. And like I said, I was there, modeling, doing the modeling gig, going to rehearsals and trying it out, and getting my footing in it. But some of the modeling areas, at least in the areas where I live, they weren't really good. Like, don't get me wrong, they were okay because I enjoyed myself to a certain extent. But after a while, I was just sitting there like, okay, I'm putting this work in, but I'm not really getting results that I want. And not only that, the people that I'm working for, because like I said, I wasn't getting paid, but the people I was, I guess you could say, collabing with weren't really good people. I'm not gonna hold you. The first person I ever modeled with, for one, I got to the modeling place. I was the first model there, and my designer wasn't even there. My designer came almost fucking 20, maybe 30 minutes before the show, which she was supposed to be there way earlier. And I was just like, okay, cool, I get it because designers, they be making the outfits and stuff. So I understand, some are not going to be on time sometimes, and I didn't care about that, but I enjoyed it. I did my first show. It was hectic. I walked 4 times, 3 or 4 times in my first show. It was crazy, but it was something. And then I got to my next, fashion show where I had met this man on Instagram because he was a part of the modeling scene. He was part of the modeling gig. I had seen models, posting like his casting call and whatnot. So I went to the casting call and he accepted me. But he told the truth. He said, I will basically cuss you out if you get in my way or some shit, basically. And I was like, okay, cool. Like, I don't get in people's way, so you shouldn't be cussing me out or none of that shit, which he didn't. He was always trying to make me smile and shit, but he always gave me this weird vibe, especially since he was a male designer. And I'm just like, but not all male designers are like that, but he gave off that vibe where he was the touchy-feely, frenzy, yeah, I love me some women. Oh, yes, yeah. Obviously, because he basically did the designs for everybody, but mostly the models that he had were women. No, it wasn't all women. There was a little bit of women. I mean, a little bit of men, but it was mostly women. And he was just like, he gave you that watch out, he might be on some shit type of vibes. I'm just like, okay, I was cool with it. And after a couple of shows with him, I was like, okay, I'm seeing things I don't like you over here doing some things that you shouldn't be doing. I'm over here seeing him touching on women's thighs, the models' thighs and stuff. And I guess they've known each other for a long time, but you're supposed to be professional. And not only that, there's this one lady that he worked with, not his wife. It's not his wife, but I thought they were together. Like, it was like that. Like, I thought they were a thing, how close they were and how they acted. Bro, there was a time where she had one of the higher ups, the model, I mean, not the model, one of the higher ups, basically the co-owner of him and her. She was changing one time when we was in our show, and she had her titties out, and he walked in like it was nothing. I'm like, nigga, I get it that you seeing people naked and stuff, but nigga. And she didn't care. And I'm like, that's what I was like, okay, I thought that was a thing, but come to find out, they not a thing. They just co-owners. They just work together. And I'm just like, whoa. I'm like I said, and not only that, come to find out, he was looking for more of showgirls than models. A lot of the models that he worked with were past strippers, which I was never a stripper, so I was just sitting there like, okay, so you be getting the showgirl strippers, because you not gonna hold you. He put on a show. One thing's for sure, when there was people, when he had the amount of models that he needed and he actually did this shit, he was okay. He wasn't the best designer that gave instructions, but he did that shit in some aspects. But I was, like I said, he fucked with showgirls more and strippers and wanted you to show your body and do your thing and all that jazz. And I'm just like, this is not worth the money that I was getting. I was like, this is not worth the headache. This is not worth the money. I will pass. So I dropped that, man. I'm just like I had fun, but I'm not that type of person to where like, oh, this is something I need. I don't need this. Not this. Because like I said, he was right. And come to find out later on, motherfuckers was pedos. Bruh. That's what I heard, at least. But I was like, shit, from what I seen, I wouldn't be surprised if he is, okay? So I took myself out that situation. And then I'm doing other modeling gigs, and I went to, especially in my town, in my city, I went to like a little higher up modeling gigs. Not really, but people knew about it. It was like Fashion Week and Black Fashion Week. Right? It was like higher ups, people in my area wanted Like, they wanted to get in that shit. Like, they were dying. They was basically strutting their stuff to get in that shit, working hard to get in those areas, which I got in. I got into. The thing is, I didn't even know I had, for one, Fashion Week. I didn't even know I had got into Fashion Week because I was one of the zombies in Fashion Week. Is where, like, they have closed waist on them, and I knew I was able to get in there because I knew one of the designers. She had picked me out specifically because it was just a waist, you know, it was like a waist dress, and it was nice. It wasn't nice because it was just a pile of fucking clothes, basically. And when I got to that area, first off, the head of the fucking Fashion Week didn't even know that my designer was walking for her in the zombie area. That was unprofessional. Not only that, they had put us in an area, a storage room with chairs and stuff. Me and the other zombies. I'm looking around like, these models upstairs got some nice ass areas and stuff, and we get this. I was dumbfounded. And not only that higher up lady, when she seen me, she was just like, you don't belong here. Yeah, because before the show, I had tried out for the casting call. Did not make it whatsoever. And by the grace of God, I still got in that motherfucking show for my designer. And I was one of the beginning ones. One of the beginning people that walked out. The zombies walked out first. And the bitch was like, she gave me that eye like, are you sure you're supposed to be here? I don't think you're at the right place. I'm like, girl, my designer told me I was supposed to be here. This was a place that she gave me. She said she's outside walking in. I'm at the door waiting for my designer because I'm feeling like this bitch is like, you're not supposed to be here. You're not supposed to be here. Who told you to be here? Because I'm a plus size individual. And I was the only motherfucking plus size individual in that motherfucker. And I was just like, okay. Come to find out, I was in the right place. She said, oh, good. Like that fake ass smile. Like, bitch, I know you don't like me, bitch. I know you don't like me. And I'm just like, this is not, in my head, I'm like, this is not what I want. I'm like, this job, this modeling Fashion Week, no. Y'all, no. You gonna treat me some type of way because I look different than you? Please, bitch, don't play with me. So I'm just like, I'm not a fan of this one. So once I got done with the show, my portion of the show, I left. Me and my designer and the other designers that was with us, like the zombie area, left because this was like, why are you treating us like trash? I get it that we were zombies, but bitch, what the fuck? Like, are you okay? Don't let that motherfucking power get to your head. Man, that's gonna be another motherfucking video. But anyway, so I go on to a next motherfucking area where there's these Black Fashion Week. We go to Black Fashion Week. The first Black Fashion Week was good. I enjoyed myself, The outfit I had on was kind of small, but I still rocked it, and I still made a motherfucking show. I was the opening person for my designer. Actually, was I? I think I was the opening person for my designer. And like I said, I made the motherfucking show, baby. I was over there, boom, boom, ba da da. And she had the motherfucking song. What was it? Damn, I don't even remember the music. I don't even remember the song, but it was a fire ass song. And it was lit. I had the motherfucking crowd. Hey, okay. Bad bitch on the motherfucking stage. Yeah. And then I had walked off the stage and everybody else came in. They was just like, right, I had the motherfuckers riled up. And then you seen everybody else, it was just like, yeah, you're good. Okay, cool. Right. I was that motherfucker. And I was like, all right, nice, cool. I had a nice show, whatever. Of course, I had some weird ass evil eye from bitches, and yeah. Of course, look at me, bad bitch popping out. I think I was the only plus size individual at that time. Not gonna get, actually there was some chunky girls, but not my size. I was the biggest bitch there, and I made the motherfucking show. Anyway, so I was like, okay, cool, that was nice, you know. I'm glad that I got in. And the designer I had got in, this was her first ever show. So I was grateful that I was able to do that for her. And then I went to another Black Fashion show, a Black Fashion Week show. And my brother, not the one I don't like. Well, I don't like this one either, but this is another brother. He was in the show with me. And I was just like, okay, let's have some fun, you know? Let's have some fun, I guess. And it's been a while since I went modeling, because I had stopped, because like I said, I was doing other shows, and it just got to a point where I was just like, maybe I need to take a break, because I'm not feeling it, you know, like how I did in the beginning. I wasn't feeling it, because it's just like the way everybody was doing it. It's like, this is not good money. Like, it's not good money. Like, in my opinion, it's like, this is not gonna give me the money that I want. This is kind of money that has something attached to it. So I was just like, So I took a break, but then I went back on the scene, and I had walked in the area. I was, bitch, that motherfucking designer, the CEO of Black Fashion Week, had me dressed down. I was like a Russian girl. I mean, a mob boss's wife. A Russian mob boss's wife with the motherfucking fur little thing, and then man, that shit was fire. I was like, okay. I had some shoes on that I couldn't fit. They was too big, but I was still walking in them motherfuckers. Clomp, 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 clomp. I was still walking in it. But this show I was supposed to be getting paid $25, because there was a show, right, that zombie show. I got paid $75 for that zombie show, even though that bitch didn't want me there, and God put me there in that place, and I got treated badly. I got $75 out of it. So I was like, shit, fuck it, all right. And then there's another show that I had got $70 out of it. So it wasn't, every once in a while I would get money, real spending money. So I'm just like, man, it was not bad, you know. But like I said, there was some flaws in some of them. But anyway, I was supposed to get $25, and after the show, you know, I was getting all this stuff. She gave me the suit, like she gave me the jacket and the skirt that in the outfit that I walked in. So I wasn't mad. I'm like, damn, I just got the jacket and the motherfucking skirt. She bought it from somewhere. I'm not gonna lie to you. She ain't hand make that shit. And I couldn't keep the hat thing because it was her hat. I was just like, whatever, I can make me one. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I was like, whatever, you know, cool. But I still get $25, so I ain't pressed about it. She only gave me $20. She said she was gonna cash out me $5 later on. Never cash out me $5. And I'm just like, y'all are too unprofessional for me. This is not it. Like, y'all money is not that good to be over here treating me like this. I'm like, are y'all okay? Like, are y'all okay? Like, all y'all money, like I said, is not that good to be treating me like I'm a piece of motherfucking material that you can pick up and throw away whenever you want. Are you okay? So I was just like, and you was like, well, it's just $5. No, it's the principle of it. You said you was gonna give me that shit, but you didn't. Oh, okay. Right. Anyway, so I'm just like, whatever. I dropped modeling, you know. Don't get me wrong, I will probably eventually pick that shit back up if it was my own modeling shit. Excuse me. But seriously, if it's my own modeling shit, I'm doing my own modeling show, sure. But in this city that I live in, fucked up. Cause that money and all that, for one, motherfuckers gonna act like you or make you think, or when you work for them, it's gonna make you people gonna think that you motherfucking one of them showgirls, or you can get treated like trash and you get this money. Like, no, Not all money is good money. I'm not finna be over here slaving like a dog, having my motherfucking feet hurt. And not only that, at that last show that I did with the motherfucking Black Fashion Week, and they didn't give me $5, there was a motherfucking bitch, a model, kept bumping into me like, bitch, what is you doing? I'm not that big to where I'm taking up all that space. And I'm just looking at her like, girl, you got all this motherfucking space, but you keep bumping into me, bumping into me, bumping into me. No, that bitch was doing that shit on purpose. And I'm just like, you bitches is raggedy because you mad because I'm a bad bitch. I'm a plus size bad bitch. You mad? I was finna say something. But I'm gonna let it go. But seriously, you mad for what? Like, I was like, yeah, this is not good money for me. I can go find me something else that's actually good money. This ain't good money for me. Behind the scenes, motherfuckers treating you like trash because you a plus size individual. Plus, not even that, plus size, and you a dark skinned individual. And you confident too? Oh, I'm finna drag your ass down in the modeling company. You're crazy. I don't need your motherfucking money and your clout that much. You crazy. Bitch, I could make my own clout. I can make my own money. Especially if it's a modeling. You crazy. So, that's just one area of a career that I tried and motherfuckers played on my top. There was another time where I was a custodian way in the back. And I was a custodian before modeling. Before the modeling gig, I was a custodian, and I was just like, why not? It's just money that I can come in. They was working me to the bone, and motherfuckers was slacking and everything. I'm like, oh, you crazy. Yeah, I needed the money, but not this bad. This money ain't good money. You gotta work me to the bone, and not only that, in modeling, my feet, I got a bunion, and I'm still trying to work that bunion off. I'm still trying to work with the bunion to where my feet can get back to the area, because like I said, I always did my shows sometimes in a shoe that was too loose, and I would always have to stuff it and all that, and it caused problems for my foot. It's just like I'm getting too much. There's too much problems that comes with this money. There's too much problems that comes with this job. Like, y'all are crazy. I'm over here getting hurt. I'm working my ass off. I'm over here getting stressed out and all this shit for some cheap ass, simp ass money that, yeah, maybe in the future I will get more money if I keep hustling and all that jazz. But not in this area. Like I said, y'all money ain't good money. Y'all money, you will bring me down to the motherfucking ground and stop all my motherfucking shit just because I look good and I'm confident with who I am. And you mad because you don't fit the quota. Like, bitch, get the fuck. Motherfuckers is crazy. So for those that's out there that is working your ass to the bone at a job that you don't fucking like, at a job that is draining the fuck out of you, making you feel like, damn, I'm not good enough. Damn, I'm not working hard enough. Even though you are putting in all that motherfucking work, leave that bitch, because all money is not good money. You want to work to your grave? Are you crazy? That job is putting you in your motherfucking grave. All that money that you are getting from them, you're gonna have to use it for some type of medical bill because of how fucking hard they're working you, or how hard you're stressing the fuck out because you think, right, don't do that to yourself. Go find you something that you enjoy, that you love, that you appreciate, and get your shit going. I promise you, you're gonna feel way better than in that job that you over here fucking getting fucked over on, getting tossed around like a rag doll on. Be for real. Hell no, I'm not doing that shit. Fuck you. You crazy? Bitch, I don't need your money, nigga. I'd rather be homeless. I'd rather be broken homeless than to go work for you and be stressed out. But that's just me. Of course, people are gonna be, but I need that money. So you telling me that money is way more worth than your health? Oh. Each his own. But me, I would rather go find something I love to do, that I enjoy to do, than to work at some place that's dragging me down, causing me to feel some type of way when I know I shouldn't even be feeling that way. But that's about it. If the video resonated with you, like, comment, subscribe, check out my channel for more content like this. And you never know, there might be a message on my channel, so you should go check it out. And like I said, don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, and subscribe to the channel. Be a friend. Go heal yourself. Go check out my channel and heal yourself. Because this world is a fucked up world. And I'm here to help you out, bruh. And to let you know, you ain't the fucked up individual. Unless you are. Then heal yourself. But yeah, you guys have a good one, okay?